You could tell I'm really passionate about what I do. I love making passive income, and I love teaching other people. I love seeing the light bulbs go on over so many heads when they go, "You got to be kidding me, you can do that?" Because they don't even know the opportunities that are available today on the internet. You folks here are still in the minority. Did you know that? Most people out there have no idea that there are millions being made like people like me and maybe some of you. No clue. And a lot of it stems from what we're passionate about. How about you? Are you anything like these guys? Got an Ohio fan over there. I know some of you might be upset that I'm showing this to you before dinner, but these guys are passionate, yeah? Boy, they get ready on Sunday morning and they get all dressed down and paint each other, whatever. And they root for their favorite team and it's woo! If you go home after rooting in a game and your team has won, how much do you make from that? What did you say? Nothing, nilch, not a zip, zero, a donut, bupkis. The guys on the field are making all the money, right? How much more should we be excited about the opportunities that exist before us to generate passive income? Much more. Because now you're cheering for your team. Team you, whatever team that is. Turn to your neighbor and say, "I'm cheering for Team Me." Now, one of the things that they do to show their excitement of being at the games is a little thing we call the wave. So, I want you to loosen yourself from your seat just a little bit. Get ready, and we're going to start on this side of the room over here. And I don't know if I can keep up with y'all. Right here on the count of three, we're going to go up. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and up. Give me a wave all the way across here. And up, 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 all the way down to the end. Not too bad, but let's try it one more time on the count of three down in that end. 1, 2, 3, and up. Give me a wave like you mean it, like you're excited about passive income. The roar of the crowd. Isn't that more exciting than a football game? I think so too. You've heard of new math? The internet is the new math. And what does that look like? It looks like you, or in your case, me, plus Google equals gold. Say me. Plus Google equals gold. Me plus Google equals gold. Oh yeah, there's gold in them thar web. You're not going to believe how much gold there is. It's raining down like doubloons. I feel like a pirate. Grr. In fact, what I'm going to show you today is so easy, even my mother could do it. That's got to be easy, right? When you say internet to people, you think of your mom doing it? What I'm going to show you today is so exciting that absolutely anybody could do it. I mean anybody. Say anybody. Anybody. Can you do it? Yes. All right. Now I'm going to stump you here, because usually when people say, "Can you do it?" you say yes. I want you to say, Can you do it? I believe you can. In fact, I have no doubt in my mind that you can. Anybody who grasps on to this opportunity and gets it, you got to get it, and I'll tell you, anybody can get it, can do this. So get ready to learn. You ready? Yes. All right. Can I start by sharing a little bit of my background? Yes. Now that I've worked up a good sweat here. It's lovely for the cameras, isn't it? Am I glistening? Okay. This is my lovely wife, Mary. We are in our 18th year of marriage. I love her dearly. Thank you. I said, do you want to come to Florida? She says, do I like humidity? Said, does the bear do that thing that he... Never mind. And my 3 children, Zach, Jenna, and Socrates. Isn't he cute? Quick funny story. He's a Yorkie. Had him for 5 years, or so we thought. Turns out our 11-pound Yorkie has been deceiving us. My wife looked up on the internet. He's not a Yorkie, he's a Silky Terrier. He's been lying to us all this time. So now when I see him, I point to him, I go, deceiver! Okay. He just looks at me like, I've been trying to tell you for 5 years, you didn't listen. Here's a little bit about me. Went to University of Illinois. Go Illini. Was a radio DJ. Who's surprised to hear that? Rock 107, WPGU, spinning stacks and stacks of hot, hot wax. Hey man, play Stairway to Heaven. Okay, yeah. I was an encyclopedia salesman. Woo! So I cut my teeth on direct sales selling Britannicas before the internet and CD-ROMs really came along, and pretty much they cut out their whole sales staff. If you notice, they don't go knocking on doors anymore. Thank you. I have been a data entry manager. I am also a professional digital entertainment engineer, which is really just a fancy way of saying I like to play video games. Any World of Warcraft fans? A few out here. Okay, that's my level 70 warrior, Reathamus, my alter ego. And this, you know, you get to do this when you've got passive income. In fact, I got the whole family playing. The kids love to play. We go online. We have a great time together. In 1995, I launched my first website, worldvillage.com. It's a family-friendly alternative to a lot of the garbage that even then was starting to proliferate on the internet. In 1996, I partnered with a young programmer from the University of California, San Diego. None, okay. You never know. And he had developed the foundation for a multiplayer game room where people could play these games against each other in real time. It was revolutionary. We partnered up, called it ClassicGames.com, and that next year it was sold by a little company you may have heard of called Yahoo. Is that cool? Turn to your neighbor and say, that's cool. That's cool. I think so. And if you look really closely at the little avatars, the icons that you can choose from, you seen this man? Turn to your neighbor and say, that's cool too. Yeah. So I'm kind of immortalized there on Yahoo, and that's a lot of fun. This was my first $1 million deal. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. And so I pondered hard and long, and I thought to myself, I think there's something to this internet. After that, I built an entire portfolio of sites, now that I had funding and could pursue my dream of making more family-oriented, family-friendly sites, shopping sites, free stuff sites, contest sites, sites to help people get programs to keep their kids safe online. And you guys are going to see Armin Morin here. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. He's not going to be here. Never mind. When we did this in L.A., he was first, so I got to rib him because he goes on about how many times his name is found online, something like 500,000. So if he brags about it, too bad. I've had 12 years of internet experience, everything from affiliate programs to product creation to list building, traffic generation, blogging, advertising, internet, MLM, even eBay. I'm known in my circles for AdSense, but the fact is, in the 12 years I've been online, I've really done it all. Can I share an eBay story with you? Can I share an eBay story with you? Thank you. Good. I was at a conference last summer, and I was the first speaker up that morning. And I needed to eat something, so I ordered a breakfast, and it was, I don't know, croissant or something with eggs and bacon and some potatoes. It was huge. Could not eat it all, so I ate half of it, and I got up on stage, and I brought it with me, and I said, is anybody hungry? Anybody want this? Well, the lady in the front row raised her hand, and she took it. After my presentation was over, she says, Joel, come here. I said, what? She pulls up eBay, and there is my half-eaten breakfast for sale. The headline, AdSense Guru Joel Comm's half-eaten breakfast. Won't that be delicious by the time it gets where it's going? $100. Must have been some breakfast. 110, actually. All right, everything was rosy and good until about 2000, and that's when the dot-com bust happened. Who remembers the dot-com bust? Turn to your neighbor and go, oh. A lot of people got pretty hurt in the dot-com bust. Basically, in a nutshell, here's what happened. Venture capitalists were throwing millions and millions of dollars behind any so-called business model with a .com at the end. Okay? You could have registered monkeyunderwear.com, and sure as shoot, some venture capitalists would have said, well, that sounds like a good idea. Here's a few $1 million. Bad ideas, a lot of bad business models. And this is when everybody paid the piper. Fortunately, I survived. We hung on. I laid off everybody, including myself. Stopped taking salary, was living off the gravy that we had made before then. And then, Google. Oh, we love you, Google. In fact, I have a little saying that I use that is a takeoff on a children's poem. Google loves me, this I know, because my paycheck tells me so. Oh, yeah. Google, the savior of the internet. Look at this chart. When Google went public in 2004, people were mocking, saying, this is going public at $70, $80 a share? That's nonsense. It's not worth that. Well, it opened up at $100 a share. And now, as of today, is actually over $500 a share. Now, I got a question for you. This is going to be a tough one. This is going to include some math. Who wishes they bought shares of Google at $100 a share? Oh, yeah. And if you could go back and do that, would you do that, knowing what you know now? Would you do that? Yes. I would put everything I have in it. Well, guess what? Thank you. What you're going to learn today is going to be like buying Google at $100 a share. How's that sound? Good. Look at this. In 2005, Google took in over $6 billion in ad revenue. Everybody do your best, Dr. Evil. $6 billion. That's a lot of coin. It gets better, though, because in 2006, they took in over $10 billion. And they are projected in 2007 to take in over $14 billion. That's a lot of money. Would you agree? Yes, it is. And what most people don't know is that Google is looking for people like you and me to share it with. Who would like to get some money from Google? Here's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you how easy it is to earn passive income with Google AdSense program. I'm going to show you how to open up an AdSense account and quickly put AdSense on your website. I'm going to show you the top 10 mistakes that people make with AdSense. I'm going to show you how absolutely everyone, no matter what you are doing, I mean no matter what you're doing, turn to your neighbor and say, no matter what I'm doing, is able to make the AdSense program a part of their passive income plan. And I am going to present you with an opportunity to get your slice of the Google pie. You okay with that? Yeah. Excellent. Let's go on then. What is Google AdSense? Consider it Google's affiliate program. For those of you who don't know, it's very simple. Google has thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, and let's just keep going, of advertisers spending money with them. And those advertisers want their ads to appear on people's websites. so that when their ads are seen, they are clicked and they get traffic to their website. The beauty of the program is advertisers only pay when an ad is actually clicked on. Now, the AdSense side of the equation, of the two-sided Google coin, is the publisher side. People who will create content-rich websites, original content, not those garbage, spammy pages that you see that you wonder, what are they doing out there? Real content. Copy and paste the ads and put it on their page, and when somebody comes to your web page and clicks an ad, guess what happens? Cha-ching! You get paid. Now, we're talking copy and paste. Say copy and paste. Boy, it doesn't get any easier than that. This is what AdSense looks like on a website. You could see, I'm sure you've seen these ads before. They're ubiquitous now on a lot of pages, but so many aren't using them yet. And you could see the ads that show up. They're actually related to the content on the page. It is brilliant. So if you've got a site about tea, you don't go to Google and say, well, give me tea ads. Google looks at your page on the fly. When it loads up, it automatically says, this page is about tea, boom, tea ads. If your site is about gardening, they're going to know it. They're going to send you gardening-related ads. If it's about travel, travel ads, and on and on and on and on and on. Think about whatever subject matter you know about that you would write about, and you're going to get those ads. A visitor to your site clicks one of those ads, what happens? Cha-ching, you get paid. That's what I call passive income. In fact, I hear the massive section just stirring up right here. Give me a massive. And that's what we're talking about. This is going to blow you away. Like I said, it's as easy as... Can you do it? Wow, you guys are better than LA because they all said yes. They said, well, I know you can, but you got to say it. That's what's up on the screen. Why Google AdSense? Out of the different ways there are to make money online. Folks, Google is extending an invitation to you. They are saying, hi, nice lady in the front row. Hello, nice man. Hello, folks back there. Hi, you folks back there, we're talking to you too. We have advertisements. Yeah, lots of them. We got a lot of money coming in. And we need you to build a web page so we have a place to put those advertisements. Oh, and by the way, that money we got coming in, is it okay with you if we share some with you? Is it okay if they share some with you? Darn tootin' it is. It is an open invitation. This is what we call the ultimate joint venture. The biggest site on the internet inviting regular folks to joint venture with them and make money. This is why I say AdSense is an important part of everybody's passive income strategy. In fact, how did that happen? AdSense is global, folks. It's not just English. It is in all these languages. So it doesn't matter where you're from. Do we have some folks here that are their native tongue is one of these other languages? Absolutely. Google is global. They are everywhere, and their AdSense program is in all these languages. And it works with everything. Remember I told you it works with everything? Here's what we got. You do MLM, you could do AdSense. You into investing? AdSense. Real estate? Say AdSense. Licensing? Franchising? What about subscriptions? How about a travel biz? Ebooks? Songwriting? How about private placements? Anything? It goes with anything. It's kind of like ketchup, right? You put it on just about anything. Okay, Google goes with more than that. But AdSense works with absolutely everything. I want you to repeat this after me. I will get checks from Google. I will get checks from Google. Is this exciting? I feel a wave coming on right over here, folks, on the end. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, and up we go. Over. Say it like you really want to earn those Google AdSense checks. Yes. Can I tell you how cool that looks from up here? Turn to your neighbor and say, I bet that looks cool. That's what I just said. It does. All right. Am I perfect? No. Far from it. In fact, if my wife were here, she would be the first one to stand up and say, no. I made plenty of mistakes along the way. Can I share those mistakes with you? Because my mistakes are going to be your gain. Is that okay? Okay, here we go. When I started with the Google AdSense program in June 2003, I put the code on my site and I thought I'm going to make a lot of money and... yeah, not so much, right? Almost a cheeseburger, a couple days there. And then I made one of my most fatal errors. I did nothing. How many people know that inaction is the reason that nothing happens? You don't do anything, nothing's going to happen. I put it down and I let it go and I didn't touch it again until 9 months later. 9 months later, I'm sitting in a conference room and the guy next to me has his laptop open and he's got his AdSense report up. It shows how much he's making. He was making $200 to $300 a day doing nothing but writing a blog article each day. I said, get out of here. He said, oh, yeah. So what I did was finally got smart 9 months later and began testing. Always test. Always try new things to find out what works. In the case of AdSense, you're going to find out that you can test the different block sizes because there's long ones, tall ones, short ones, skinny ones, fat ones. You could test the different color schemes of your AdSense blocks. You could test where you put them on the page. Who can guess what day I started testing seriously? From $22 the previous day to $85 that day. I thought, something's up here. So I began testing some more. And you could see the increase in the income as I kept testing. By May, we actually hit $300 a couple times. And I tested some more, not satisfied with that, until I was earning up to $1,000 a day with AdSense. How's that? Is there anything that makes me so special to be able to do that? Now, you're kind of stumped because you don't want to say I'm not special, but... well, if I say no, then he's going to be a... No, anybody can do this. So easy, even my mother can do it. Look at this. Dave Taylor has a website. Dave was not making any money with AdSense. After I figured it out, I went to him. I said, Dave, you need to do this. You need to do this, and this. He listened to me. Now he's making, that's outdated, it's over $15,000 each month. With content and one blog entry a day. Tim Carter writes all about home improvement. That's his passion. Anybody in Ohio recognize Tim? Yeah. He writes a syndicated article there in Cincinnati or Columbus. Both. Tim's everywhere now. But he's got a website teaching people how to do home improvements. He's kind of like the web's Bob Vila, and he's making well over $30,000 a month with Google AdSense. This is a MySpace layouts page. Who knows MySpace? If you don't have a site on MySpace, don't sweat it. It's really kind of a vast wasteland. But the kids are into it, and by putting nothing more than images you could put on your own MySpace site, these people make over $100,000 each month in AdSense ads. Here's my report from 2006. What's that? Oh, by the way, that's just one of my accounts. Not bad, huh? Passive. Now there is one happy guy. Notice the big smile. Notice the big check. Google has something that Google publishers made up called the FedEx Club. They named it. Basically, once you start earning $10,000 or more a month, Google wouldn't send your check via regular postal service. They would send you an overnight FedEx with your check. But you say, Joel, that is not a FedEx envelope. And you'd be right, because they switched from FedEx to UPS. And then they switched from UPS to DHL, and then they went from DHL to direct deposit. But it's still called the FedEx Club. So, you get the idea. Now, I got a question for you. Who would like to receive an overnight check from Google? I'll tell you what, if we could have the people here, our nice folks in the back, go ahead, let's bring those out now. Everybody is going to receive their own FedEx right now, and we're going to get those delivered out as quickly as we can. As we do, I want you to hold on to them. Please do not open your FedEx. I believe we have enough for everybody. If there is a couple here and you can share one, that would be fine as well. Grab one, do not open them. What I want you to do is visualize. Close your eyes once you've got it. Close your eyes and think, in my hands, I hold my 5-figure Google AdSense check. From following my passion and sharing what I know with the rest of the world, I'm making easy passive income. Does everybody have one? If not, raise your hand, unless you see them in your row. Great. Guys, you can just go ahead and put those on your seat or hold them in your lap or something. We will revisit those in a bit. Who knows this book? Whether you love it or hate it, doesn't matter. This is what I say to Mr. Dan Brown. Move it over, buddy. Because the AdSense code is in town. It doesn't have the same drama, but it's sure a lot more usable. What? Somebody say New York Times bestseller? Woo! And let me tell you what's cool about that. It's not about me. That's not what's cool about it. What's cool about it is that the general public is just now starting to tap in to the opportunity that's out there. Again, most people still don't know, and if you're listening within the sound of my voice right now, you have an opportunity to be on the cutting edge. Would you say hello to my little friend? Let's see, where is it? There it is. The penny. Say hello, little friend. The penny gets no respect. The penny gets no love. Poor Abe is shunned when on the penny. But I got to tell you something about it. There is power in the penny. I've got something that I call my AdSense tip jar. And the reason I call it that is because it's on my websites 24/7. In fact, my websites are my AdSense tip jar. People visit my site day or night, whether I'm working, playing, sleeping, on vacation, whatever, and they're reading my content and they're clicking on my advertisements. And any time somebody clicks on those ads, it's like they're putting money into my tip jar. It might be a few cents a click. It might be $30 for a click. It totally depends on how much that advertiser is willing to spend. But day in, day out, they're putting money into my tip jar. And if we were kind of to extrapolate an average day for me and in real time show you what that would look like, it would look like this. Second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, week by week, month by month, pretty much about a penny a second. Now, a few pennies. Not that impressive maybe on their own. But may I show you what that looks like over the course of an hour? May I show you what it looks like over the course of an hour? I'm glad you asked. It looks a little something like this. Now we're talking real money. There's actually a few metaphors here. Are we desperate, sir? You're fine. Thank you. Are we done? Good. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I put that in my savings account. There's a few metaphors I want you to see here. First of all, my cup truly does run over. I consider myself incredibly blessed to be able to enjoy the success I've had and then to be able to turn and share it with other people and watch them become success stories. It's a great feeling. Secondly, I'm leaving a lot of money on the table. Which is why I keep testing, which is why I keep making changes, which is why I keep learning more. I never stop learning. Turn to your neighbor and say, never stop learning. Do you think I buy ebooks when they come out? Do you think I buy other people's courses? Do you think I participate in seminars and teleseminars? You're darn tootin' I do, because that money that's on the table, I need that in this tip jar. So I need a bigger tip jar is what it is. And I'm looking really to build, the next step is what, a wheelbarrow, right? And then a dump truck. Back up the truck, Joel's check is coming. I'm all for it. All right, let's do a quick contest. And if you've, one of the few people here who recognize me and saw me before, shh. I'm going to ask you a question. And the first person to get the answer to the question, yell it out loudly so I can make sure you're first. Sorry, people in the back, I might not hear you. Is going to get a copy of the book. The question is, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? That's not the question, you silly people. The question is, how much do I make in a day if I earn 1 penny per second? There it is right there, $864. Come on up. Give her a hand. Congratulations. And the moral of this story, my friends, is math pays off. All right. There it is, $864. Okay, let's talk about the internet and how you're going to be able to apply this to what you're doing. What do people search for on the internet? Everything. By a show of hands, how many people searched the internet this week for some sort of online entertainment? Okay, I got a few hands. How many people searched the internet this week for some sort of chat room? Okay. How many people searched for a product? Okay, more hands there. How many people search for information? Look around, look around, look around, folks. Information is what makes the web go round. Look at all these websites. These are all information-based websites. You may have some of them bookmarked yourselves. They're very popular, and they're all based on information. Now, you can make money selling products online, but the majority of the eyeballs are looking for answers. They're looking for solutions to whatever their problem may be. That's why I say not only is content king, but content is ka-ching. Turn to your neighbor and say, content is ka-ching. By the way, I tried to register contentisKaching.com. Somebody already got it. There is money in content. So I've got 3 questions for you. We're going to do a little exercise here, so maybe get your pen and something to write with, because we're going to dream for a moment. Question number 1, what am I passionate about? Write 1, 2, maybe 3 things down that you are passionate about, because these can be the foundation for an authority site. Think about this. You go and you bookmark sites because they are the authority. Well, every single person in this room is an authority on at least one topic, if not more. Write down 1, 2, or 3 things that you are passionate about. Somebody over here, tell me one of your passions. Art. Yes. Spirituality. Travel deals. Business. Movies. Boy, listen to all these great topics. Health. Photography. I heard calligraphy. Nature. Subconscious reprogramming. Running. Lots of different topics. Somebody in the back, yell one out. Yes, I didn't hear that, but I'm sure it was good. Restoring the Constitution. Thank you, sir. And amen to that. Whatever it is you're passionate about, folks, I guarantee you there are other people that are passionate about it as well, right? And there are people who are going to want to know what you know. Speaking of that, question number 2, what do I know? Your knowledge, right up here, what you got in the old noodle that you might have learned in school or just from life in general, some sort of topic. Write down topic, 1, 2, or 3 topics that you are knowledgeable, I can't talk, that you know about. Write them down. And by the way, if you get stuck, ask somebody who's close to you. Because truly, sometimes we can't see the forest for the trees. I was in college, and it was between my sophomore and junior year. I was home that summer, and a family member said to me, you ought to try out for the radio station there at college. They got an FM station, and you'd be a good DJ. I'm kind of the dullest bulb in the box. I'm like, oh, well, that sounds like a great idea. I think I'd like that. Oh, I would love that. But it took somebody to recognize that in me. I went, I auditioned, I got on, and I was on the radio the next semester. But I didn't see it myself. Everybody's got their blind spot. So if you got that blind spot, ask somebody who can help you find that. Now, I know we're going to find as many diverse topics that people know about as we have passions, but take note of what it is you've written down, because that's going to be important when you build your site. And the third question is, what are my skills? Now we're talking your training. Or you might be a natural at something. You could be a natural on the piano, or a natural artist, or a natural athlete. Whatever it is, and these might tie into your passions and knowledge as well. But whatever these things are that you're writing down, I want you to pay real close attention to them. I don't want you to discard this. I want you to look at this again and again as we go through the conference to see what resonates with you, especially as you hear other people teaching and going, so a light might go on and go, man, that would make an incredible site, and I'm just the person to do it. With these subjects that you've written down, you can easily create content. Easily. You can write it yourself. And before anybody says to me, I can't write, I say, bunk. Anybody can write. It's just a matter of taking what's here and having them meet here and go that way. Only in this case, it's on the paper. Anybody can share their thoughts and their feelings. You might not be a great writer, but have you seen a lot of what's online? Don't worry about it. The point is to carve out your piece and express yourself through your writing.